Hi there! Welcome to Clever Cutie's YouTube channel. Today I am doing part 2 of, or I should say day 2, of my vlogging every day in April. And today's topic is going to be video games, because I thought if I'm going to do 30 videos of this, I might as well narrow them down to shorter videos and have one topic per video. So today I am going to be listing my 5 favorite video games, starting from number 5. And sorry to tell you this, but they're all Nintendo video games. I didn't even notice this when I was writing them down or thinking about them. I grew up with Nintendo, and I am a Nintendo fangirl. So, number 5, Animal Crossing. Now, I don't have the original copy of Animal Crossing for the GameCube with me, but I do have Animal Crossing City Folk, which is probably my least favorite of the 3 so far. I don't know. I like that you get to go to town. The balloons are cool and all the little knickknacks and stuff. But, it's pretty much just like Animal Crossing for the DS, which I also have. And in Animal Crossing DS, I really liked how you could change your hairstyle. That was, like, you didn't have to wear a cone hat all the time. I thought that looked so silly. And what I do miss the most is all the holidays. They cut out all the really good holidays, like Christmas and Halloween and all that stuff. And I would often go on animalcrossingcommunity.com or .net or .org, something like that. Just type in Animal Crossing Community, and you can totally link up with people. I am excited for the 3DS Animal Crossing that's coming out. That's the reason I bought a 3DS to begin with, so I'm just totally excited for that, and I can't wait for it to come. Number 4. Growing up, I grew up with the GameCube. I almost said YouTube. The GameCube most of the time. So, Pikmin 1 being my favorite. I don't have a copy of Pikmin 1 on me right now, but I do have a copy of Pikmin 2. This game I loved. I thought the characters were simply adorable, and collecting them and finding them and getting all this cool stuff, bringing it to the ship, I like collecting things. It's always been a hobby of mine as a kid, so put it in a video game? Why the hell not? Pikmin 2 I really like too, so I like them equally, actually. I've played Pikmin 2 more than I have played the first one. I don't know why, it's just something I did. So I guess Pikmin in general is my number 4. Number 3. I almost did 4 again, but we're doing 3. Professor Layton series has stolen my heart. I first placed all the Phoenix Wright games, and I'm like, there's gotta be more awesome puzzle games for the DS. And I found out about Professor Layton, and both my mom and I are addicted to it. My favorite one would have to be Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. I really like the story in this one, and I can usually predict stories pretty well in games, but this one had me thrown off a few times. And it's just so elaborate, and I don't want to spoil anything, because if you play this game, you don't want spoilers. I've always grown up loving puzzles. My mom and I would always play Bust Move 99, or Tetris, or all these things. So, puzzle games have just always been in my heart, and that's all Professor Layton games are puzzle games. I have all the Professor Layton games, except for the one mixed with Phoenix Wright, because that's only out in Japan. And I'm missing my copy of The Curious Village, because I lent it to a friend, and he never gave it back. But, such is life. Number 2. Okay, people are either going to hate me for having this on my list at all, or they're going to hate me for not putting this as number 1 on my list. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I grew up with the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube. So this and Wind Waker are my absolute favorite Zelda games, and I love The Legend of Zelda. I have all the games. My mom grew up, well, she didn't grow up playing the games. She always bought the games for us because they're her favorite games. And once Mom got a Zelda game, it was hers until she beat it. So when I was little, I never beat it, but I watched my brothers beat it, and I watched my mom beat it, and then as I grew older, I finally beat it, and there's just so much I love about Zelda. The characters, the music, the story. And it's just nostalgic to me. A lot of these games I've chose are because of nostalgia. And, well, I like simple gameplay, and a lot of these games are also simple gameplay, so this is my number 2. Okay, my number 1 game is kind of a weird one. Most people wouldn't put this on their top 5 or even 10 games. But it is Paper Mario, but not this Paper Mario. It's Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I do not have the copy of that right now because my brother took all of the GameCube games to college. I stole Pikmin 2 and Tales of Abyss though. But, Thousand Year Door is my favorite Paper Mario game. I've played all the Paper Mario games there are, and I just beat Sticker Star not too long ago. But Thousand Year Door is my favorite Paper Mario game. And it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. I always just love the series. It's cartoony and colorful and bright, and the characters are so unique, and the stories are usually really good. And I love Thousand Year Door because there are so many characters you get to use. And I know that they're your party, and unlike... That's where it kind of surprised me in Sticker Star, was because in Thousand Year Door, you had your party, which I know was at least like 6 or 7 characters. And then in Super Paper Mario, the one for the Wii, you had your party and your pixels. So that was like, whoa, I have all these abilities now and all these members. But in Paper Mario, you're all by yourself, and you don't really have anyone to help you, except for, I can't think of her name. I could never pronounce her name when I was reading it anyways. But I always remember, like, Delfino Plaza and going to the wrestling rink in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. And that was my absolute favorite chapter of the game. I loved that one because it was just so fun. Get all riled up, gonna beat the crap out of these people, and getting Baby Yoshi. Ooh. I hope that's not a spoiler for anyone, but that was probably my favorite part. And then the place with the pigs kind of creeped me out a bit. Oh, and I forget what they were called, but there were these little slug guys, and I love slugs and snails. So when I saw them, I thought they were the cutest little things ever. But yeah. I'd go into more detail, but I also don't want to take up too much time in this video. I want to try to keep them at least 4 or 5 minutes long. So, recap of my top 5 video games. Number 5, Animal Crossing. Number 4, trying to remember my own list here. Number 5 was Animal Crossing. Number 4 was Pikmin. Number 3, Professor Layton. Number 2, well, Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Number 2 was The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And number 1 was Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I hope you enjoyed this. It had nothing to do with, like, gaming ability or really professional things like that. It was just my favorite because of mainly nostalgia, and I like cute things, as you can see by what's around me. So, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you later. Bye!